Hello, I'm Margarita Noyes, and I'm the owner and director of Lessons Online. And I'd like to tell you a little bit about our service and about how it can help you develop your English. First, about me. I got my master's in teaching English as a foreign language in 1989. And over the years, I taught English in university, intensive English programs, also in community college and community classes, and in churches. I also did teacher training to train other people to go to other countries and teach English, and my students went out all over the world teaching English. About 5 years ago, I met an interesting student. He was a Brazilian philosopher who spoke 5 languages already, and he spoke English, but he wanted to improve by reading great literature. The problem was that sometimes you hit a construction or the use of a little grammar word that you can't understand. Maybe it's not in the dictionary. So he needed a native speaker to help him over the crazy little humps of studying English from literature. Also, he needed pronunciation and listening help. So we worked together and became friends. Then, a couple of years ago, a sad thing happened to me. My marriage broke up, and I was getting ready to sell my house and move back to my hometown. And this Brazilian philosopher said, "No, don't move. My students need to learn English and be able to read high-level philosophical texts in English. Let's start an online class." And that is how I got started with Lessons Online. The first class was English for philosophy students, and it was the first year, and we studied a book by a literary critic and philosopher called F.R. Leavis, and the students loved it. It was challenging and difficult, complex reading, but so rewarding because the content was so important. It was life-changing for me and for the students. And at that point, I knew that I had found my niche, my way of teaching English online. After that first year, I expanded. I experimented with different ways to teach over the internet. We started with a deep learning approach, similar to effortless English, which I have the greatest respect for. I love effortless English. That's a method of teaching English pioneered by a teacher named A.J. Hogue. And you can buy the effortless English lessons straight from my site. I think they're great. But some of my students wanted more heavy, deep, and real. That's what we say. More significant kinds of texts to study. So we started with the stories of Aesop, and that was our first experiment. You can buy that package on the site. It's called English from Aesop. It's a deep learning approach. Also, we experimented with stories from the Bible and ancient mythology. And I have 3 packages already with those kinds of stories. King David, The True Story of Christmas, and Ancient Mythology, which is actually taught by my daughter, that same baby that was born the year that I got my master's degree. Ancient Mythology is taught by Michelle Noyes, my daughter, who is an English teacher now. And also, we are experimenting with doing significant short stories in English literature. We are working through The Practical Imagination, edited by Northrop Frye. This is an anthology of significant short stories in English, beginning from more simple and moving toward more complex. And with every chapter, we learn more about English literature. You can join, let me explain how the courses work. I am always teaching more classes. Every week, I add 3 classes at least to the website. If you want to stick with me and see the new stuff and give me feedback so that I can answer your questions and also change the classes to be more what you like, then you can subscribe. You subscribe anytime, any day you join. We have 3 classes right now, 3 courses that you can subscribe to. There's the original English for Philosophy students. There is Intermediate, which is just a little easier than English for Philosophy students. And then there's the Grammar track. Now, the Grammar track is good for everyone. It has a short lesson every week taken from Raymond Murphy's English Grammar in Use. And I add pronunciation and American English drills to what the book already has. But in addition, you also get a chapter in a popular book as part of my online book club. This is part of the Grammar track course. It's a free edition. Right now, we are studying Ender's Game, which is a fantastic book. And as soon as we finish that book, it will go into a package and be sold in the packages. Every one of the classes leads to packages that are sold later. So if you subscribe, you're seeing the new stuff. And eventually the new stuff will be packaged and sold as packages, and we'll be on to new stuff. So you can subscribe to see new stuff, or you can just buy packages, which is the old stuff. Either way, I would really love to have your feedback, because I want the classes to be things that are interesting to you. That's how you will learn. If you use your English to study something that's interesting to you. And as you listen to me, your listening will improve, and you'll be better able to appreciate movies in English, media, news, all that kind of English material that is harder to understand. I hope to get to know you. I hope that you subscribe, and I hope you leave feedback. And I hope I can help you improve your listening and speaking and your reading so that you can appreciate the wealth of material that's available to you in English. See you later, and please leave some feedback. Bye-bye.